Hello friends, and welcome back to Dream Room. Have you ever stepped into your backyard, patio, or balcony and realized that the space looks pleasant, yet somehow never feels truly comfortable? Perhaps a neighboring window faces your favorite chair. Maybe a chain-link fence leaves everything exposed. Or perhaps you have a narrow outdoor corner that could become a peaceful retreat, but expensive fencing, heavy lumber, and complicated construction make the idea feel unrealistic. This video is especially for those of you who love making a home feel personal, with simple materials and thoughtful details. You may enjoy saving useful baskets, fabric, old containers, rope, planters, and small household items, because you can already imagine giving them a second purpose. You may live in a smaller home, rent your property, work from a quiet corner of the house, or simply prefer projects that do not require heavy tools, climbing ladders, or spending an entire weekend on construction. Over the years, I have learned that good design is not always about adding more. Often, it is about placing one simple feature in exactly the right spot. Privacy works the same way. You do not always need to surround the entire yard with a tall wall. Sometimes, blocking one uncomfortable sightline can completely change how a space feels. Today, I am sharing 8 affordable Dollar Tree privacy screen ideas that can help transform an exposed backyard into a softer, calmer, and more welcoming outdoor room. We will begin with a quick sliding curtain solution, then move through plant screens, woven textures, natural dividers, and finally a freestanding garden wall that can be rearranged as your space changes. So look around your patio, balcony, garden bench, or home office window, and think about the one area that needs a little more shelter. And before we begin, please subscribe to Dream Room for more practical decorating ideas, small space transformations, and creative projects made with familiar, affordable materials. 1. The sliding shower curtain patio screen. Let us begin with one of the quickest ways to create privacy without building anything permanent. A simple shower curtain can become a flexible outdoor divider that changes the way a patio, balcony, or small backyard corner feels almost immediately. This idea is especially useful if your favorite chair sits near a neighbor's window, if your dining table feels too exposed, or if you rent your home and cannot drill into walls or fences. All you need is a moisture-resistant shower curtain, a set of curtain rings, and a strong outdoor rope or coated wire secured between 2 stable points. Instead of choosing a bright bathroom pattern, look for soft colors, subtle stripes, botanical prints, or neutral tones that complement your planters and outdoor furniture. 2 narrower panels often look more elegant than one wide curtain because they can open from the center like the entrance to a small garden room. The most important detail is controlling movement. Outdoor fabric can flap in the wind, so attach a few weighted clips along the bottom. You can also sew or glue small pockets into the lower hem and place smooth stones inside. This gives the curtain enough weight to hang neatly while still allowing it to slide when you want more light and airflow. What makes this project so practical is its flexibility. Close the curtain while enjoying morning coffee, reading, or sharing a quiet meal. Slide it aside when you want the garden to feel open again. During strong winds or storms, simply remove it and store it indoors. This is a gentle first step because it does not require heavy tools, expensive lumber, or hours of construction. Yet when placed carefully, it can turn an exposed sitting area into a comfortable, private retreat. 2. The no-drill tension rod fabric wall. The second idea is ideal for renters, apartment residents, and anyone who wants more privacy without drilling into walls, porch columns, siding, or an existing fence. A pair of heavy-duty tension rods can support a simple fabric panel between 2 strong vertical surfaces, creating a clean divider that can be installed and removed with very little effort. Place 1 tension rod near the top and a second rod closer to the bottom. The upper rod carries the fabric, while the lower rod helps keep it smooth and controlled. This small improvement prevents the material from hanging loosely or moving constantly in a light breeze. You can use outdoor fabric, lightweight canvas, repurposed curtain panels, or a wipeable table covering. Removable curtain clips make the fabric easy to attach, wash, replace, or store. For a calmer garden, choose neutral shades, soft botanical patterns, or natural colors that blend with wooden furniture, clay pots, baskets, and surrounding plants. The fabric can also change with the seasons. Light colors create an airy summer feeling, warm, earthy tones suit autumn, and simple canvas gives the space a quiet, timeless appearance. Several narrow panels often look more refined than one large sheet and are easier to manage. This solution is especially helpful for older homeowners who prefer materials that are lighter than wooden fencing and do not require heavy lifting or complicated tools. It can soften an exposed patio, hide a direct view toward a neighboring window, or create a sheltered corner beside a garden chair. Always install the rods between solid surfaces and remove the panels before strong winds or severe storms. With careful placement, this temporary screen can still make the space feel finished, comfortable, and intentionally designed. The cooling rack living trellis. The third idea turns ordinary wire cooling racks into a lightweight living privacy screen. Their simple grid pattern makes them useful for supporting climbing plants, small planters, fabric strips, or artificial greenery without taking up much space. Begin by placing several cooling racks vertically and joining them with outdoor zip ties. You can arrange them into a tall, narrow panel for a small balcony, a wider section for a patio, or an L-shaped corner around a chair or garden bench. Once connected, secure the panel to an existing fence, railing, planter box, or lightweight frame. The wire grid is well suited for climbing plants such as jasmine, clematis, morning glory, sweet pea, or scarlet runner beans. As the vines grow through the openings, the screen gradually becomes fuller and more private. In a shaded area, or for viewers who prefer less maintenance, lightweight artificial vines can provide immediate coverage. While the real plants are still developing, weave a few strips of outdoor fabric through the grid or attach sections of faux foliage. This creates partial privacy from the beginning without blocking all the light and airflow. To make several separate racks look like one finished feature, place a long planter or a row of matching pots along the bottom. The containers help hide the lower connections while giving the climbing plants a clear place to grow. This screen works especially well in small outdoor spaces because it filters direct views instead of creating a heavy, solid wall. The result feels lighter, greener, and more open, while still making a seating area or garden corner feel comfortably protected. 4. The layered basket vertical garden. The fourth idea combines privacy, decoration, and useful storage in one compact feature. Lightweight baskets from the organization section can be attached to an existing fence, wire panel, or freestanding frame to create a layered vertical garden that softens an exposed outdoor area. Arrange the baskets in a staggered pattern instead of placing them in perfectly straight rows. This creates a more relaxed, natural appearance and helps the wall feel less rigid. The baskets can serve 3 different purposes. Some can hold trailing plants. Others can display natural materials such as moss, branches, pine cones, or dried flowers, while a few can remain open to allow light and air to move through the screen. Place trailing greenery near the top so the foliage can fall gently over the baskets below. Use colorful plants or fuller leaves in the middle section, where they will provide the strongest visual coverage. Herbs or plants that need frequent watering should be positioned at a comfortable height. This is especially important for older gardeners. Anything that requires regular care should remain between knee and shoulder level, so there is less need to bend deeply, stretch overhead, or use a ladder. The basket wall works particularly well against a chain-link fence because it hides the harsh metal pattern while adding texture, color, and growing space. To keep the arrangement from looking too busy, choose only 2 or 3 basket colors and repeat them throughout the design. The result is not a completely solid barrier. Instead, it creates a softer layer that filters direct views while keeping the garden bright, open, and easy to enjoy. 5. The woven placemat privacy fence. The fifth idea uses decorative placemats to transform an unattractive fence, railing, or balcony wall into a warmer and more finished privacy screen. This solution is especially useful in narrow outdoor spaces because the materials remain thin and do not take away valuable floor area. Choose woven, bamboo look, vinyl, or textured placemats that coordinate with your existing patio furniture, planters, and garden accessories. Natural brown, soft beige, muted green, or simple neutral patterns often blend easily with wood, clay pots, baskets, and surrounding plants. Begin at the bottom of the fence and attach each placemat with removable outdoor ties. Work upwards slowly, overlapping the edges slightly so fewer gaps remain between the pieces. Instead of arranging everything in a strict square grid, use a staggered pattern similar to brickwork. This creates a more custom appearance and prevents the wall from looking too flat or repetitive. One of the main advantages of this design is that each placemat can be removed or replaced individually. If one section becomes damaged or faded, you do not have to rebuild the entire screen. You can also leave a few planned openings in the arrangement. These spaces may hold small wall planters, solar lanterns, decorative garden tools, or simple signs. The openings help the screen feel lighter while still reducing direct views into the patio. To give the project a more finished edge, frame the completed section with rope or narrow wooden strips. This final border helps the separate placemats look like one coordinated garden feature rather than a collection of individual pieces. 6. The rope and wood bed garden curtain. The sixth idea creates a softer kind of privacy by using rope, wooden beads, rings, and simple natural decorations. Unlike a solid wall, this garden curtain filters the view while allowing light, air, and gentle movement to pass through the space. Begin by cutting several lengths of rope or garden twine. Add wooden beads, small rings, lightweight wooden shapes, or other natural ornaments along each strand. Leave some space between the pieces so the curtain does not feel too heavy or crowded. Hang the finished strands from a porch beam, pergola, horizontal pole, or sturdy tree branch. You can keep every strand the same length for a clean, orderly appearance, or vary the lengths to create a softer cascading edge. This divider works best when it is combined with plants. Place tall ornamental grasses, leafy shrubs, or climbing greenery behind the hanging strands. The plants provide stronger visual coverage, while the rope and beads add texture and movement in front. When a light breeze passes through, the strands move gently and cast soft shadows across the patio. The natural materials also coordinate easily with wooden furniture, clay pots, woven baskets, and simple garden accessories. For a rustic look, leave the beads unfinished. You can also stain them to match existing outdoor furniture or paint them in one muted color for a more modern appearance. Keep all decorative pieces lightweight and avoid adding too many noisy objects when homes are close together. The goal is to create a calm, attractive boundary that makes the garden feel more private without making a narrow space feel closed or confined. 7. The mirror and greenery illusion panel. The seventh idea is especially useful for a small backyard, narrow patio, or compact balcony where a solid privacy wall might make the area feel even tighter. Instead of closing the space completely, small mirror tiles can reflect plants, sky, and light, creating the impression that the garden continues beyond the fence. Begin with a sturdy backing board or a protected section of fence. Attach lightweight mirror tiles in a simple arrangement, but avoid covering the entire surface. Leave space between them for artificial greenery, climbing vines, painted wooden strips, or small planters. The position of the panel is important. Place it where the mirrors can reflect an attractive part of the garden, such as flowers, leafy plants, or open sky. Avoid angles that reflect a blank wall, a utility area, or a neighboring property. The mirror tiles should also be positioned carefully so they do not direct strong sunlight toward a seating area, roadway, or nearby window. A gentle reflection is enough to make the space feel brighter and deeper. Add greenery around the outer edges and between the mirrored sections. This helps the reflective surface blend naturally into the garden instead of looking like an indoor mirror placed outdoors. For a more finished appearance, arrange several mirror tiles inside a simple frame made from rope, narrow trim, or faux shutters. This creates the look of a small garden window hidden among the plants. The result is a privacy feature that softens direct views while preserving a sense of openness. It is particularly effective in small spaces where maintaining light, depth, and visual breathing room is just as important as creating privacy. 8. The freestanding planter and crate privacy wall. The eighth and final idea is the most complete transformation because it creates a movable privacy wall without requiring a permanent fence. It is especially useful for patios, small backyards, rental homes, and outdoor spaces where the layout may change over time. Begin with 2 or 3 wide, stable planters or weighted containers. These form the foundation of the structure and help keep it balanced. Behind the planters, add vertical garden stakes, wire panels, or other lightweight supports. Next, attach crates, baskets, cooling racks, woven placemats, or any suitable materials left from the earlier projects. Build the screen in layers so it feels like one coordinated garden feature rather than a flat barrier. Place tall grasses, shrubs, or fuller plants at the bottom. Use crates and baskets through the middle section for decoration, storage, or smaller plants. Add trailing greenery near the top so the leaves soften the edges. Small solar lights or simple garden ornaments can complete the arrangement. Keep the base wider than the upper section and avoid making the screen taller than necessary. The goal is to block one important problem area, such as a neighboring window, an exposed chair, trash bins, an air conditioning unit, a utility corner, or a home office window facing the street. What makes this project especially practical is its flexibility. You can move it when the seating arrangement changes, separate it into smaller sections, replace plants with the seasons, or use the crates for storage and display. Because it combines plants, texture, and useful surfaces, the finished structure looks more like garden furniture than a temporary fence. It creates the feeling of a complete outdoor room while remaining adaptable, attractive, and easy to personalize. Conclusion: simple materials, better privacy, a more peaceful backyard. When we first looked at this backyard, the main problem was not a lack of furniture, plants, or decoration. It was the uncomfortable feeling of being seen. A nearby window, an open fence, or an exposed seating area can make even a beautiful outdoor space feel difficult to enjoy. These 8 ideas show that privacy does not always require a tall wooden fence, expensive construction, or heavy tools. A shower curtain can soften an open patio. Tension rods can create a removable fabric wall. Cooling racks can support climbing plants. Baskets and placemats can add useful texture, while rope, wooden beads, mirrors, planters, and crates can turn an ordinary corner into something personal and inviting. The most important lesson is to begin with one specific sightline. Look at the chair where you drink your morning coffee, the table where your family gathers, the balcony corner where you care for plants, or the home office window that feels too exposed. Improving that one area may be enough to change the way the entire space feels. You can also combine these projects. Place greenery in front of a fabric screen, add solar lights to a woven wall, or use baskets and climbing vines together. The goal is not to copy one design perfectly. It is to choose the materials, colors, and textures that already feel natural in your home. A peaceful outdoor retreat does not need to be large or expensive. It simply needs to offer comfort, privacy, and a sense that the space truly belongs to you. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 8 privacy screen ideas would you try first? And which part of your backyard, patio, or balcony needs the most attention? Share your answer in the comments below. And for more simple decorating projects, small space solutions, and affordable garden transformations, subscribe to Dream Room and follow the channel for our next idea.